the Big 12 try to tout that they are the most physical conference in college football. Well, today in this bowl game, they will get a chance to prove it. Both coaches told me they want to come out and run the ball. Teams are fired up and motivated as they take the field. I'll keep you posted on the vibe here on the sideline. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Offense in a bunch formation. The run inside. It's Young. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Tight end now in motion. Back to the ground with the running back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Now adjusting. Tight end finds a soft spot. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
Man, the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Complete on the left to Williams.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
And the Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield. It's Atkins. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Third and short now from their own 48. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll move the tight end. They'll give it to him again. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6 yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40 yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Throwing, Lewis. Quickly complete. He's loose. All the way. Touchdown, Bucks.
A lot of coaches talk about scripting the first series. You could tell the script reads, get that wide receiver the football because he can make plays. The quarterback, you can tell he has confidence in his guy. He finds him, and he does the rest.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. On the run, it's Fuller. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Got a little grass. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's first down. Oh, it's a reverse. Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Throwing, Sellers. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. Motion from the back. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Escapes the pressure to his right. Bought a little time, lets it go. The sure hands, it's Hunt. And tackled there by the defense. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
A designed run for the quarterback. Hard-hitting tackle. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Sellers from the gun on third down. Plucks it out of the air. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy first down.
The Gamecocks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Running inside. It's Fuller.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They feed him again. Could be an alley. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Sellers, under fire. Get it out on the screen. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Into the end zone for 6. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football.
And the ball's free in the backfield. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Makes the grab. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Welsh. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes.
Turning it on. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Here's Lewis to throw. They're setting up the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Might be changing the route. Lewis. Under fire. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
But that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the air again, Lewis. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Touchdown, Colorado! Quick strike through the air for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Clark. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Moving out to the right. Fires on the move. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Running the red zone, it's Young. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throwing. Lewis dances away. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got his man on the right. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. On the gun on third down, Lewis. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Fuller. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
On the move to his left. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on one play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. He's going for the goal line, and he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bucs!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Harbor. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Throwing, Sellers. Finds his man. It's Bennett. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Fires to the middle. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Just about set to get this second half underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harbor. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. Finding some room. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And the scoring play came on a 61-yard touchdown run. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Lost, the defense is wide open. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. First and 10 from the 36. Looking for space. It's Young. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Here's Lewis to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Welch. Shows him the stiff arm. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Third down from the gun, Lewis. Firing to the right, complete. Breaks into the open. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, third and short, now set up in a first and goal situation.
And the Buffaloes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Colorado.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Get this drive going from the 17. Pulls it, fired, complete. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And the Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground, it's Fuller. Tripped up for the tackle.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quick.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Send the tight end in motion. The give to the single back. He breaks a tackle. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. In the red area, it's Welsh. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Quick completion to the right. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Young. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Sends it back in motion. Sellers. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab right down the middle. Finds some room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And he puts through the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Looking for room, it's Young. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Lewis knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, the ball's barely touched the ground every time this guy's been dropping back so far in this game. That's one of the rare misses we've seen from him so far.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
The Buffaloes will call on their punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll send the back in motion. Here's Sellers to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Fuller. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Makes the catch. It's Hunt. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Throwing Sellers. Sends it downfield. He's got it inside the 30. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. On the delay, it's Fuller. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
In the draw play, you know, it's about looking over here, look for pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick, getting in the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Sellers. Trying to set up the screen. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
And the Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
And after that 1st down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. Tight end now in motion. On the move. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. On to attempt the try. Splits those uprights right in half. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. Coming out with it, it's Perry. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that. And they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Lewis. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. With the draw, it's Welch. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Man, those hurt for a defense because you got him in 3rd and long, right where you want him. You're thinking pass, pass, pass. They sneaked the run in there. Now they got a 4th and short situation. First thing, I'm always watching the football. Now, getting ready for the run game, the short passing game.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. The option look. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
Here's Lewis to throw. Quarterback adapting. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. Maybe didn't have the defense they expected, and they'll call a timeout here on 4th and 1. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. Finds a crease at the 20. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. coaches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And he added the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense has it. They're on the move. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Colorado.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And he made the extra point without problem. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. On the run, it's Fuller. Got enough for the first. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
It has been quite a season. Thanks for going on the ride with us on EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. We'll see you next season.